Hello and welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video for what is hopefully an incredibly exciting announcement for myself, GBHL James. Today I am actually going to be revealing to you guys a little bit of a project which I've been working on in the background for the last few weeks, and explaining to you why this is happening, what you guys can expect from it, and hopefully, if I'm very lucky, how you guys can get behind that and support it. So as you all know, I've been involved in the GBHL podcast now for a couple of years, and in that time I've had an absolutely phenomenal experience in hopefully helping promote this hobby by putting up great battle reports and filming lots of content about the game and showing off various tournaments and the like. And the channel has become my hobby in a lot of ways. But initially we did have some very kind of clear ideas about ways that we could make it so that we could effectively have this pay for the time that we put into it, and I'm sure that you guys appreciate we do put a hell of a lot of time and effort into this channel. But the fact of the matter is that we are a team of 4 now, and that means that as I've worked towards that, of course there are 4 of us to make and contribute and come together to make all of that content, and I'm going to be finding myself with some, I would say, spare energy, a little bit of spare extra time in which I think that I can give you guys even more. So just as GBHL Jamie has gained your support through opening up a Patreon page for himself in order so you can support him and the content that Jamie does, I feel like I want to give you guys an opportunity to support me and hopefully put me in a position where I can create more and more content for you guys. Now this doesn't mean that I am not going to be involved in the GBHL podcast anymore. I absolutely love being involved in this, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed what I give to the channel. I already film quite a lot of content. Every time you see a Speak Friend in question, most of the time those are coming up from me. Obviously I try and get hobby blogs out most weeks, and at the moment I've been pretty good at trying to make sure that we get that battle report out a week. Now that is not going to change. I want to make sure that as a bare minimum that is what you guys are going to be getting from me, as well as be involved in any of the other content that we try and get out during the midweek. But like I say, with there being a team of 4 of us, I don't want to be hogging all of the opportunities to create content, and I do want to be able to create some more content. And because I've recognised that this has become a hobby for me, I want that content to have a very kind of personal edge. Not that I'm not personal in this channel, but I want to be doing the things that I want to do and feel like I'm doing it because well, I'm doing it as much for me and for my own hobby as I am for anything else. And hopefully if you guys enjoy my content, then you'll get behind that and that you'll back that. So what is the idea? Well, for those of you that remember me from back in the old days of the One Ring and the forum being the main way of communicating with each other, you'll remember that my forum screen name was Thermo, and that was because I was a massive fan of the Spartans and the Battle of Thermopylae. And I've decided that I'm going to be starting a new YouTube channel that's going to specifically focus on the extra battle report content I can get, not just for Hobbit Strategy Battle Game, but for any other system that I decide to pour myself into, of which I've got lots around surrounding me. It gives us an opportunity to target and expand into a more diverse audience as well. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be predominantly Hobbit Strategy Battle Gaming content, because I'm predominantly a Hobbit Strategy Battle Gaming player. However, I do like the idea of being able to, or at least having a reason to make sure that I'm getting the other systems that I have lying around painted up, and hopefully bringing a new audience to my way of doing battle reports. So this might be in the likes of Guild Ball, which of course is becoming very popular at the moment, of which I have lots of friends who play, especially now that I've just purchased the second team, but also the likes of Age of Sigmar and 40k. I've also got some Man of War stuff. I've got the Space Hulk stuff, which I picked up absolutely ages ago in order to try and get involved in that, and of course probably try and do a few more board games, and any game that I actually play. Jane wants to play some X-Wing with me, so maybe doing a few X-Wing battle reports, but really I want this to be more of an account of my hobby, and a way of sharing that hobby, of making content, making battle reports, trying to improve the production standard of those battle reports, and to be able to do them more often, more of the time, create narratives and create stories that you guys can follow over weeks and weeks and weeks, that come away from the Battle Company's kind of format, which obviously a lot of people are doing right now. And that's really kind of my idea. So this is a wholly personal project. This is something that I'm doing purely for myself. You are still going to see me on the GBHL podcast, of course. I'm going to be doing tons of content as ever for that channel. and getting a lot of that out, and you'll see a lot of those battle reports like on Saturday. The new project is going to be called Hot Gates Gaming, guys. Hot Gates Gaming is a throwback to that old name of Thermo. Of course, the Hot Gates are Thermopylae, and that really does reflect the fact that this is going to be a personal project. But I do want support in order to be able to do that. I have been working over the last few weeks and months in trying to create more time to be able to create even more content. But of course, being self-employed, it always benefits me to be doing work for Biotic Fit. I would love to be in a situation where I could create battle report content and other content such as painting tutorials and like, although there's a lot of that kind of stuff out there, but basically things that follow my experiences of the hobby, going to tournaments and the like that are outside of SBG perhaps. A way of you guys kind of saying, right, okay James, we really like the content you produce and we want you to be able to produce more content. And as such, Hot Gates Gaming will have its own Patreon page, which gives you an opportunity to back me and back any of the content that you like. Does this mean that you're going to be getting less through GBHL podcast? Absolutely not. We're a team of 4 after all. It's not just down to me to create the content, and I think that that's the case anyway. But what it does mean is that there is somewhere else where you guys can go, where you are going to, at the very minimum, going to be getting 1 extra battle report per week. And if I start receiving more and more backing, hopefully we can start increasing that to 2, 3, 4, 5, and getting to a point where there is content every single day over on that channel. So if you have enjoyed the content that I've made over the last 2 years, and you want to see more of that content, and you want to see the level of that content ever improving the production value, the idea of some of the things that we've wanted to do for ages, or I've wanted to do for ages, such as creating a studio and the like, then please check out the links in the video description below. What I'm going to do to finish this video is I'm going to put on the end of this the trailer for Hot Gates Gaming. I really hope that you guys support me. I do have a Facebook page for it. I do have a Twitter for it. I do have a Patreon page. So please go and check those out and support me, GBHL James, as I go on to this new, very exciting endeavour, of which I am incredibly nervous, I have to say, because of course I want it to be a success, but these things are always a stab in the dark, but you've got to give them a go. So if you want to support me, guys, that would be amazingly appreciated, and hopefully I'll see you having a good game over at Hot Gates Gaming on YouTube.